What's going on, everyone? It's your girl Gabrielle from the GBL network. We know each other from childhood, and some of you all may know us together as Crossover.
We know.
I am here with some special ladies on today. I'm Gabrielle Joseph.
I'm Kana Lopes. I'm Tamara Dixon.
I'm Camille Monet.
I'm Vashti Usher. Now I'm a senior in college. I'm about to graduate from UNCG. Yeah, I'm graduating from the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. I major in fashion marketing and pretty much business. So I do a lot of styling, a lot of art, photography, and I've been working with just youth. I'm still youth at the church and youth within Greensboro as well. So I work at the Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club. That's where I am now.
Now I'm a senior in high school.
Class
2019. And yeah, so I'm just applying to colleges now and just ready for the next chapter.
I am now a senior in college as well. I graduated May 2019.
Woo woo! You got mine wrong.
Part of the illustrious Winston-Salem State University. Well, pride. But I'm majoring in business administration, marketing concentration, not necessarily minor concentration. So I'm just ready to graduate.
Right now, I am currently going to CPCC and I am majoring in business management. I feel like spiritually, then I wasn't in my Bible. I didn't really do much in church. I mean, of course I did dance with, but that was just because my parents, told me to. I feel like when I got to Crossover, that's when my spiritual life became, better. Because we always did devotionals and we always was encouraging each other. We prayed together. I felt like that helped me grow in my spiritual life throughout the years. So now I'm still, trying to keep that up, just taking it day by day, praying, getting in my word, staying prayed up.
I even find myself like when I don't know what to study, sometimes I'm like, let me go back to the other book. And I find myself going back to old notes that we done did in devotion.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And reading back on that, and I'm like, wow, that was really on time, because even then, the word is always on time. It's the same. His word is the same, but it relates to everything, then and now. Right. And so just being able to see how not even understanding scripture, and then I don't know who told me about this, but was it you? I think you told me about the Good News translation. And
you told me about it.
Yeah, you told us
about it.
I don't know who told me about that, but it's it just waters it down to where you got the King James version where you can read that, but then to compare it and to be able to say okay, what does this word mean? If you don't have a concordance, then you got GNT, the Good News translation, and it's the message, but it just breaks it down to its simplest form. And I think and what got me was when we would have devotion, and then Sunday come around and Pastor done hit on the same thing. I was like, whoa. We find ourselves in service bruh, looking at each other, trying to find each other. Did you hear that? We just talked about that. Yeah. And it's crazy. That was something too. And I was like, wow, So it just made it more okay, because I'm be real, you know God is real, but then you be like, what's those little stuff like that helps okay, this thing is for real.
And I know for me, I wasn't reading, I wasn't in the word at all. I had got saved, I think when I was probably a year before that, maybe. Yeah, I want to say about 12. Yeah, I got saved. And I always knew who God was. Of course, growing up in the church from birth, but it wasn't something that was on my mind at all. I was in the Word. I mean, I would come to church, and just because my mom would come to church, and it was just something that we did, but I wasn't doing it for myself. And I feel like that was the beginning of my spiritual walk as well.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Dang,
Yeah,
that
I
was
agree with that.
that was my beginning of my spiritual walk with God. I think it's good that it kind of just opened me up to who God really was and just showing me who I am.
Yeah,
in
in
that's
Him.
important, to me.
For me, I was in elementary school. I mean, just young, not knowing anything, but being on crossover definitely helped me mature, like in my prayer life, my reading, and being able to experience that with y'all is real, and being able to get closer to God and just share anything, coming to y'all for anything, and just hearing y'all stories and stuff. It was just good for me.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely still growing. Dancing was a bonus, being able to read
Yeah.
the word and pray, and then to worship Him through dance is just amazing too.
I think for me, I was just like, why? I don't want to do this. I'm just worried about playing basketball or whatever. And then that's all I was kind of concerned about. But with me, when Daddy asked me, I was just like, you just tell me to do this because I went to that party and you said, and I was going to this party and then you just want me to do that, and that's the only reason why you want me to do it. And I'm gonna do it once and then I'm not doing it no more. But it was really funny because afterwards everybody was just like, Reggie, you was having fun up there, and I was like, I was just, I was just trying to get through it, for real. But I think during that time too, I was kind of trying to find myself too as well, just as far as just what I was associated with, or just the way I communicated with people. I just realized that there was a lot of stuff in me that I didn't notice until doing things in group form. So because I'm a very independent person. Yeah. So if something isn't going my way, if I think something is stupid, y'all know, I'll probably say it in a blunt way and just be like, no, that's stupid. and would leave it at that. I would leave it at that, being honest. I was that's stupid. That don't make sense. Why are we doing that? Or just give somebody a really bad death stare. And I had to realize you gotta learn how to communicate with people. Yeah. You can't just be talking to people any type of way. Forgive me. And then too, I think I was just I was just concerned with not being associated with churches much, because I just had my group of friends and I was set with my group of friends. Not saying that they just did anything out crazy or whatever, but I was just the type of person where I was just I only want to be known with being around them and basketball. I don't want to be associated with church because people when you're pastor's child, they just be like, you're supposed to do stuff this way, you're supposed to do stuff that way or whatever, and just not even realizing just throughout my whole life that I never really had anybody to other than my parents. But when you go to your parents about something, you already know what they're going to say, their response. And then too, you just don't want to, be a disappointment. Listen to you don't want to be a disappointment. So I would stuff that I would harbor it on the inside of me, and I wouldn't really talk to anybody about it. And then eventually, when we started doing them little rap sessions and talking to each other about stuff and crying and this is too much. This is too much. But I don't think I understood how great of an impact that it was, or just the impact that we that we have on people. So I think also with me, I was just God, all right, I'm gonna do this for you so you can do this for me. And I was just thinking about a lot of me giving him something, and in order for me to give him, he's gonna give me something. And then I kind of realized stuff didn't work out that way. So so I was just to make a long story short, I had graduate my senior year in high school. I was ready to go to school, play basketball, do all that stuff because it was pretty much what I was known for, until I got into a really bad kind of altercation with my coaches and some of my friends and stuff like that. And I was just I don't know, I don't really understand. I had still been doing crossover, but then I had to kind of just separate myself from a lot of things. So that period was really rough for me, and still like being able to do like crossover and like praise and worship and stuff through that was really good. So I think it was just like the matter of like not knowing how big of a impact that was, and still like just being accountable for people.
I feel like we all got to see each other grow spiritually. Like because I don't think none of us came in there and knowing what we was talking about.
No, we did.
We didn't. So when I seen Vashti praying, Kimmy praying, Tavon, all of us, and Gabby doing devotionals, and knowing she like, wow, we actually seen you from us arguing to actually
oh my god,
arguing to actually know. Like Gabby is such a good teacher. She knows how to like break it down. Vashti, like I feel like these two. I seen y'all like grow spiritually, and it was beautiful to see that.
Let me tell you, and now that you're saying that, I'm like, I'm thinking like, man, I knew God, but I was not saved. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't aware of salvation. Like, it wasn't really because even after we danced, I'm like, this just a one-time thing. Like, you know what I mean? I'm about to go back to sleep. And I remember in the beginning, and I know I've shared this with you, in the beginning, I was not fully dedicated, because I'm just like, all right, I'm coming, because I was coming from Gardner Webb back, so for the weekend, so I'm like, all right, cool, coming up here, had that brown Ford tempo, okay?
Yep.
We sitting here, we would get done practice, I'm in the car, we listen to Power 98, everything, you know what I mean? And I mean, it was times I done came up here, done had the joint waiting for me in the car soon after church. I'm going down the road, not fully committed. And then, like, it was just like, God was like, you're accountable. And I was like, oh, Lord. And there was plenty of times I was like, yo, this is a lot. Like, I wasn't thinking about this, and then when you got somebody coming to you sharing some deep stuff, and you can't give them no bull job, or like you gotta be straight up. You're like, whoa, hold on, wait, pump your brakes. But it challenges you to be able to sacrifice, and when you sacrifice, and like Pastor talked about today, you're doing an exchange. You know what I mean? It's like, it deals with you. Before you can go deal with anybody, help anybody else, you gotta start with you. And I had to come clean. You know what I mean? Like, open up, give God all of me. And I tell you, when I gave God all of me, that's when the transition has started taking place. A lot of people may not understand dance in church and they think it's a show, but that's not for them to understand. It's just if they were able to receive. But as a dancer in ministry, if you're going to do it, you got to understand why and the purpose of it. And the purpose of it was to be able to bring out God. And it was, like, I will never forget the Lecrae song, More. That was like a prayer. Like, when you listen to those lyrics, it's like a prayer. And it was like, that was a lot of moves. It was a lot of moves to that dance. But the day that we got up there and danced to it, it was like God slowed that thing down, and it was almost like a worship song for me. And the moves hit everything, and it was powerful. And just and just being able to have that in your life to where, because I wasn't fasting, I wasn't doing none of that. You know what I mean? Until I got with these girls, and each one of them pushed me to read more, you know what I mean, and understand more and get into the word. So it's just amazing how the foundation of how salvation started for me. Like, each one of you all played a part in me being saved and having that foundation and being able to say, you know what, God has impacted my life. And because he impacted my life, Vashti, Kimmy, Tamar, Kana, and a lot others are involved in my life and involved in my salvation in this walk and this thing we call, salvation.
Say for me, it always seems, it's crazy. It always seems like I'm always in the right place at the right time, especially when I'm at work and during my shift, these people who need help or the people who are struggling the most come in, and it's still to this day, like it happens, it never fails. There's always somebody who I feel in my spirit they need a prayer, or I feel like they just need some encouraging words, just something even simple like that. Even I've even prayed for people at my job in front of my managers, you know, because if I feel in my heart, I cannot sit there and just shut up about it and just not say anything. I'm sorry, it builds up in me, and if I see you and I know that you're like dealing with something, I can feel it. I gotta let it out.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah,
I understand.
And I've learned that from this, and just not, because I used to deal with fear. Fear was a big thing that was over my life. You know, especially then, I didn't want to be known to be the prayer warrior, because that's who I am.
Yes.
My family, I am the prayer warrior. Just being able to really speak and pray over somebody's life. I didn't want to be known for that, because I was just like, you know, what are people gonna say about me? What if, you know, what if they just reject me, or what if they don't want to pray with me? But you know, he's definitely led me, you know, to connect with different people. And when I do pray, I just feel so relieved. It's a relief. It's a relief when you don't hold it in, you just let it out.
When I was in crossover and I had to work and stuff, I felt like more bold with what I had to say, because when I came to the dance team, I've always been an outspoken person, but speaking about God, I wasn't really doing that. When I got to the dance team, like y'all really helped me to, you know, be more, you know, bold about Christ. So at work, like she said, I'll pray for people when they needed it, encouraging words. I felt like I could really do it, like, because I felt like God was like right here, just like, girl, it's okay. Just go ahead and say it. I'm right here. I'm saying it through you. Just like, you know. Yeah. So I feel like it made me bolder. Like now I'm even like that now. Like I'll talk about God in a second.
Was, you know, actually having like the genuine love of Christ for people. And understanding what genuine love is and what the love of Christ is, and just like sacrifice, and how a lot of times like I may want to say this, or I may want to respond this way, or just whatever, just like sacrifice. And I think another thing that it really showed me, as far as just like just pressing into like, you know, the Spirit of God, and no matter like however you may be feeling, like Tamar was saying and Kay was saying, like you just never know what people may be going through, and you never can like you never know what you're going through as a person until you kind of like self-evaluate and stuff like that. So definitely doing that, praising and worshiping and stuff. So I guess kind of now I just really have kind of like just realigned like a lot of my priorities, and instead of me just being like, okay, this is what Vashti wants to do, this is how I'm gonna do it, and that's gonna be it. Like I really do like, you know, try to pressure people to like be the best them. Actually having like a positive outlook on like and seeing like, okay, like God, this is what you're calling me to do.
And I'll just say like being able to understand sensitivity. And what I mean by that is, you know, when you're working, when you're involved, you know, when you're involved, you have other people in your life, when you have a family, and just going about life, like it's not always all about you, and knowing how to involve God in every situation. And I'll give this example. This is what crossover has taught me. In the beginning, I couldn't, when I finally realized, we all going through something. And I know we all going through something. And Lord, you've shown me that they're going through it, but I don't know quite yet if they're really going through it. It might be something that I'm just guessing. But I just need you to open up the conversation and just allow it to be confirmed that this is what you actually shared with me. And that's how I used to pray for them. Like, Lord, okay, you showed me that in a dream, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it was something I ate. You know what I mean? But then he allows the conversation to be altered in a way where it brings transparency. And then you're able to open up. And crossover really helped me with that, and being sensitive and not just coming in doing that. Hey, how y'all doing? All right, let's get ready to get started and go dance. But hey, you know, hey, you good? You know what I mean? Like that, checking in. And even with that, just working with others, working with adults, working with people, and being married, having your own kids, you have to sharpen that skill of discernment and being sensitive to where you don't miss the moment. Crossover really helped me with that, because there's a lot of times where we could have just came in, read the word, and just practiced. But I don't think it would have the impact that it has had on us as it has had. But we were able to come in, you know something going on, and you be transparent about it and open up to where it's like, wow, God is, moving in our lives. And to be able to see it not only happen here with Crossover, but also happen at work. Also happen on your job, where girls are opening up to you about stuff that you like, oh Lord, I walked into this one. You know what I mean? Like, if I wasn't here, who would have done that? You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what Crossover introduced me to, of being able to be that person to where you're not a dumping ground, but people can come and talk to you and they know that you are going to give them something back. Right. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to, you know what? It's judgment free, and it feels comfortable opening up to you. And I think we all have had those moments too, outside of, us, that we took from here. Like, man, this is really okay. This has helped me understand this is what it's about. You know what I mean? Being able to, it's cool and all that we're doing this, but when we go home, when we enter into other people's lives, like, what? Okay, this girl got a lot of makeup on. Like, what? Is she really feeling herself, or does she really just like makeup? Which one is it? You know what I mean? Like, having those moments. And I think that, and I just want to continue to charge these girls and charge you all that it is okay to do that in this world, because we have a lot of masks. A lot of people are just coming up, just masking stuff and just really not dealing with things. Just, I feel this way and this is how I feel and this is what it's going to be, but not really dealing to the root as to how did you start feeling that way. I think that if we just continue to just be real, and as we are saved, and just challenging those of you who are saved, that it is okay to go out and be able to break down those walls and those barriers of people that have a wall up, that really need prayer. And I believe that if you just begin to ask God, continue to pray for that person, that the time, the conversation, and the day will come to where He's going to lead them into your presence and going to lead them into what God really has in store for them.
Well, I guess I'll say don't hold it in. I think that's a big thing. People tend to not want to talk about their issues and not want to talk about their feelings because they may feel like somebody's going to judge them or may feel like someone else may not understand. But I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, there is somebody else who's already been there, currently there, and still trying to, get out of the same situation or a similar situation that you may be going through. So don't hold it in. Find somebody that you can confide in. Find somebody that that you can trust, that's gonna, pray for you and just not listen to you and don't, do anything about it. That's gonna actually come to God and, cover you in prayer, and just help you just, stay accountable and like we have, and just get out of what you're going through.
Well, I would just say, as a Christian and being saved, that calls the misfits. We're all unique and all different. So like me, I've always been kind of shy. So all I can say is, if you're a person that's like very few of words, just be yourself and be unique and just be the light, be your own light, and like you can just smile and like make somebody's day, give them a hug and make somebody's day. Just be yourself, no matter what you look like or the size you are. Just be yourself.
Knowing that God is calling you for greater than what you may see around you. So as far as like just not being discouraged on what the outside may look like, but always knowing that your testimony isn't going to look like somebody else's. Grounded in yourself, knowing who you are in Christ, but just always knowing that what you may see in the natural realm isn't how God sees you in the spirit.
All right, guys. Well, you have contributed to our brown table session. We may be back with more. I don't know. But no, this is just a recap on crossover and where we are now. And we thank y'all for watching and tuning in. Be sure to definitely get in contact. Follow these girls on Facebook, Instagram, and everywhere you can, just to get in contact, needing prayer, anything. Be able to ask. Don't hesitate to ask, because like I said, we all need each other. And especially in this day and time, we all need to encourage each other and uplift each other and support each other. So stay tuned for more. Definitely check us out on YouTube, on the GBL network. Subscribe, like, and share.
5, 6, 7, 8.